Sangeeta Devi from GK Jain School, Raipuram.
Class, we are going to see the Unit 4 Human Resource Management and the lesson number 10 Recruitment Methods. In the last session, we have discussed about the human resource management functions, what is HR, characteristics, significance, all those things we have discussed. So, under the same human resource management, we have the recruitment. So, we will see in today's class the meaning of recruitment, definition, reason behind recruitment, process of recruitment, sources of recruitment. So these are the things we are going to see in today's class. So first thing, while we start, we want to know the meaning of recruitment. What is the recruitment? The recruitment is the process of finding suitable candidates for the various posts in an organization. It is a process of attracting potential people to apply for a job in an organization. So recruitment is nothing, finding a people which is most suitable candidate should be suited for the post. So this is what the recruitment meaning is. So recruitment is nothing, taking a candidate who is very suitable for the position in an organization. So the recruitment is taking up a person to the organization. This is the general meaning of recruitment. Now we move on to the definition of recruitment. So the definition of recruitment is being given by the Edwin B. Flippo. So Edwin B. Flippo has given the definitions on recruitment. What is the definition? This is how you all need to write it in your exams also. So it is a process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating and encouraging them to apply for jobs in an organization. So it is nothing, a process of searching for the prospective employees, that is taking a suitable candidate. They need to be taken to an organization so that they should be encouraged or stimulated by seeing the advertisement or something. They needs to apply for the job. So that is what the recruitment is. So the recruitment definition given by Edwin B. Flippo is, it is a process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating and encouraging them to apply for the jobs in an organization. So this is what the definition of being given by the Edwin B. Flippo. Next is reason behind recruitment. Why there is a recruitment arises? So we need to know what is the reason. So then only we can go for the why we are taking a person in an organization. If it is a small scale or something, or an organization is being started now, definitely we need an employee to work for the organization. So if it is a newly started up, definitely we will have the vacancies, like they are going to be taking a candidate. But in between, if you are running an organization for 1 or 2 months or 6 months or 1 year, there is a need of an employee. Why there is a need of employees? What is the reason? So that is going to be the reason behind recruitment. Reason behind recruitment is nothing, that taking what is the reason why we need a employee in an organization, in between why we go running of an organization. So in between why we need retirement of an employee. So after retirement at the age of 60, a person is going to be 58 or 59 some year, they are all going to get retirement, because it differs for different field. So the age of retirement around 58 to 60, there will be a person retiring, so that place will be vacant. So there can be a recruitment arises. Next is death of an employee. Employee is nothing, the one who works for the organization. So the employee dies. So if he dies, definitely there needs a person to work for them, who has been there in the organization before. In that place there will be no person now, so there someone needs to work. So the death of an employee. The resignation of a job by an employee. So when a resignation is that the person individually they wants to quit the jobs due to the work pressure or work environment is not suitable. It can be of any reason. So the person is deciding that he wants to quit a job. So if he quits the job, that works needs to be done by some other person. So what we will do as an organization, they will start giving the advertisement, there is a post vacant, if you want you can come and join our. So like that it needs to be fulfilled, then only that work can be completed by some other person. So the resignation of a job by an employee. Next is disablement of an employee. So some persons will be there where he not have a sufficient capacity to do that work. If he cannot update his to the technology level, because nowadays we all are going only to the globalized way of using our computers. So many will not have that knowledge about using of computer. So what it is, that disablement. So the company cannot go beyond this by having such a person. If he gives training also, he is not able to capture that. In such a situation, some persons needs to do that work. So that what they will do, they will try to send a person by saying that you don't have such a knowledge. If you update, or you also you're not getting sufficient. So in that case, the vacancy can be arised. Next is dismissal of an employee. Any reasons, the organization themselves can dismiss the person, that he is not working properly, he is not completing the work on time, he is not punctual, he is not disciplined. Any reasons can be there, so that due to that there can be a person dismissal. So that place definitely needs to be fulfilled. For there also the recruitment arises. So these are the reasons behind recruitment, why we are all needing of a recruitment process. Next we go for the recruitment process, how it is going to be. The recruitment, how it is going to be, we want to know, then only you can understand the process. If you know, you can understand in a better way. First one, planning recruitment. Planning recruitment is that everyone wants to plan, this is how the organization is going to function, these are the departments we have. The production department has sufficient employees, but only the sales department I have only 5 members. So okay, I try to increase my sales person, then only I can go and get a more market customers. By reaching more customers, I want more sellers to be there, so I'll increase the seller. Like that they wants to plan. If they plan, okay, there is a vacancy or some post is going to be fulfilled, they plan. And determining vacancies, okay, after planning this department is insufficient or have staff, definitely they wants to arise the determining the vacancies. Determining vacancies, that this much of persons, each department can have 5 or 6 persons. Like that there will be a rules and regulations also in our policies being followed. But the sales department has a somewhat lesser number, okay, they have only 4 number or 5 number, why don't we increase 2-3 numbers? So they want to determine the vacancies. Next is identifying the sources. Definitely they wants to identify the sources. Sources, if you in the next thing we are going to learn is sources of recruitment only. Sources in the case how we are all going to recruit a person. Then if I tell you what is the sources, then you can understand this identifying the source, which is source, whether we are going to give a newspaper advertisement or in the television or in the radio. Like that we want to search for the sources. It can be of anything. The sources we need to identify. Next is drafting information for advertisement. Definitely if I plan to give a newspaper advertisement for the vacancies, I need to give some content, I should mention which post I am going to take up in my organization, like accountant or accounts executive. So I should mention them. And then in a situation I should mention my contact number or email address. I should draft the information in a way the company name should be there for the post which I'm going to take up a person, select a person. And then I should mention the contact address, phone number. Then only the person who sees the newspaper also, they can understand, okay, this vacancies is being there, okay, why don't we call them, or we can go and approach the office straight away, and we can tell the informations that I am completed this graduate. Like I want to mention my qualification also, because some persons may have complete their science group, like they can be of BSc physics or computer science, but they can have the knowledge knowledge about accounts. So I should mention only I need of a person of M.Com or B.Com. I should mention my graduation also. If it is not, I can mention any grad. So I should mention what in the case qualification needs to be there in the content. So this is what the drafting information for advertisement. So I should draft my informations in a such a situation. I should mention my contact details about address, phone number, and I should mention my company name, what the post is going to be fulfilled. Some persons may give up the salary also because and experience also can be given in the new this much of experience if you have we are most suitable, like that I should mention all the information. So I should draft the information for giving the advertisement. Next one is selecting the suitable mode of advertisement. Definitely selecting the mode of advertisement plays a major role because nowadays we are all not going for the newspaper. We will read the newspaper but we will not go and search in the newspaper page after page, where in the Sundays the Hindu classified will be there, where you will search huge one side full of will be there for the vacancies, marketing, finance, like that there will be different categories. We are not going to spend too much of time, only one day I'm getting that information. So that it is nowadays it is lacking back, where we have the other mode of advertisement and the case where we can advertise in the TV, or it can be given in your online website, so that whoever uses a mobile phone they can get the informations very fast. So we are moving on to the next generation, like that I can tell. So I should select the suitable mode of advertisement, which is very very important. Next is facilitating selection process. Facilitating selection process is that further I should move on to the selection process, how I'm going to keep I should plan in the way I am going to conduct an interview or a HR round or technical round or aptitude test is going. So I should facilitate the selection process also. You will be having 3 rounds or like that I should mention, where in the 3 rounds one aptitude test will be there, one HR round will be there, one meeting of technical round will be there, like that I should be mentioning. I should plan the selection process also. Next is evaluation and control. It is very very important. After selecting them I should evaluate whether they are up to our our expectations or they are lacking back. I should make a decision and inform them, you are up to my satisfaction, I got a very good satisfaction from your side, I am going to recruit you, like that I should tell them. So this is what your recruitment process. From the very beginning you are having the planning, recruitment, determining the vacancies, identifying the source, drafting informations for the advertisement, selecting the suitable mode of advertisement, facilitating selection process, evaluation and control. So I should plan. Next I should determine the vacancies, I should search for the sources. Next is information I should draft in the content what I'm going to give in the advertisement. Next is suitable mode of advertisement, whether I'm going to give for the TV or radio or newspaper, like that I should search for the mode which is more suitable. Because I want a person immediately to join, I definitely go for the online website where everyone are available so they can see immediately and come for an interview. Next I should facilitate the selection process in the case whether I am going to keep a round of HR aptitude, like that I should plan, and evaluation after completing all those things, whether they are up to our satisfaction or not, whether they are lacking something, whether training is required, like that I should evaluate and make a control of it. So these are the recruitment process. So first thing we have seen why there is a recruitment, reason behind the recruitment. Now we have seen what is the process of recruitment, which is very very important, where you have only the 7 points but it plays a major role in nowadays in the organization, because selecting of a person's what I should plan in a before. Next we move on to sources of recruitment. I have know the reason behind recruitment, I have planned everything what is going to be there in the recruitment process. Now I should go for the third point in my recruitment process, where I have told you in the recruitment process you will be having the identifying the identifying the sources. In the case you have the sources, you should know what is the sources of recruitment. You will be having 2 categories under the sources of recruitment, internal and external. In the external also you will be having 2 categories, that is direct and indirect. So totally we will be discussing about 3 categories in the sources of recruitment. First we will be going for the internal. And next is external itself is be having a subcategories of two, where we have will be having a direct, another one is indirect. So internal sources, in the case within my organization, how I'm going to start up the recruitment. External sources that I'm going for the outside of my organization. I'm not going to depend on my workers, I'm going to go for the outside sources and recruit a person. So there you will be having a two categories, that I'm going to recruit directly or indirect. In the way you will be having different categories or different things, terms under each thing. Internal is itself you will be having 11 points to be discussed, 11 things in the case by transfer or by promotion, demotions, like that we have different things. For the external also, work in interview, like that it will be there a different thing. You will learn one by one under the sources of recruitment. So these are the things under the sources. You will be having two categories, where you have internal source within the organization, I will choose up the person for my work. And external, or in the external, I will be having a two things, in the direct or indirect. With outside the organization, how I'm going to start my sources. So sources, we have learned somewhat what is the meaning of sources. We will see in the next session what is the internal source and what are the different categories is being there, and we go on for the external sources in the next upcoming sessions.
Thanks for watching.